Welcome to the MyPTS Time 2 tutorial for entering diagnostic billing for students on your caseload with the status of referral. Please note that at the time this tutorial is being done, PTS is happy to be in the middle of a system upgrade to our billing system. We are adding a new interface that will allow for you to have a more quick and user-friendly billing experience. During the upgrade, when you log in, you will see on the toolbar this Beta Timesheets tab as well as Beta Add New Student tab. Please use these for as long as you see them on the toolbar. Once the upgrade is complete, you will no longer see these. You will only see timesheets as well as caseloads unless you're using a mobile device, in which case you may see an additional tab to add students to your caseload. When you are entering billing for students on your caseload, once you've logged into the system, you get to this billing homepage. Again, for as long as you see Beta Timesheets, that is what you will click to add your billing. If you have not already started a timesheet, you will have the opportunity to click Add New Timesheet. All of the districts that you are assigned to in the billing system that you're billing for will be loaded on this page. If you've already started a timesheet, you will see the links to the weeks for the month that you're entering your billing for, as well as the opportunity to click Review and Submit, which allows you to see your timesheet in one view and also submit your timesheet when all of your billing has been entered at the end of the month. Again, if you are using your mobile device, you will not have the option to click Review and Submit from your mobile device. The other thing you will see on this page is for the districts that are loaded here, all of the time that you've entered, if any. You also see the status, whether you've submitted a timesheet or not for a particular district. If there is more than one district on this page, you will need to click Add New Timesheet for each district you're entering your billing for. This here allows you to clicking these arrows, go back and forth between the months that you would like to enter billing for. And so we're going to click on the first week in July to enter our billing. And once you click the link, allow time for the page to load, which initially may take up to 10 seconds or so. Again, you can see the district that you're going to be entering your billing for, as well as the opportunity to click Return to Timesheets, which allows you to go back to the previous page. These arrows here allow you to go back and forth between the weeks that are within the month that you're entering your billing for. You can see the days of the week, the dates for the days of the week, target hours, which is what you're allowed to bill up to per day per the district, the total, which is the actual time that you've entered. If any of these ever turn red, it means you've exceeded the target hours. Also keep in mind that although the target hours may be 7.5 or 8 hours or so, we bill in real time, so if you actually only work 5 hours that day, you will only enter 5 hours of billing. The other thing you can do from this page is enter non-student time to the district. By clicking on district time, you see the opportunity to bill non-student time. You will go to the day that you want to enter your billing, and this will go under Other. And that is billing for things such as travel, which can only be billed to the district. It's for travel in between buildings within the same district. And also things like district mandatory in-services, trainings, things of that nature. But we're going to be entering diagnostic billing for students on our caseload, the referral status. So what you see here is the list of all of the schools associated with your district. And you would find the school in which you're going to be adding your billing for. And before we do that, just want to make sure that you understand when a student has a referral, a status of referral that is on your caseload, you will have 3 categories that you can bill for that student. The first would be a screen, and screen is billing for students with a referral status. It includes any time dedicated to the screening process or writing up results. And also things like observation, talking to teachers. Again, any billing that is part of the screening process. The average amount of time billed for a screen is somewhere around 60 minutes. It may change depending on the student, but that is an average time. The next category is intervention. And there's a tier 1 intervention, which is observation. It's after the observation or screen, and it's billing for staff education, training, supports to teacher or strategizing with teacher, intermittent classrooms visits, consult following the screen, covers services and supports that are provided after a screen. And it's only to be used for students who have received a formal screen request to determine eligibility for an evaluation. As far as how much time is billed, it's usually per recommendation or the RTII plan. There is a tier 2 and tier 3 level of intervention, and that is short-term services and supports that are provided after a formal screen. It's generally somewhere like 6 to 8 weeks, again, as per the recommendations or the RTII plan. And the intervention covers services and supports that are provided after a screen, and it's only to be used again, for students who have received a formal screen request to determine eligibility for the evaluation. And the last category that you will see you're able to bill for students who have a referral status is the evaluation category. And this is students with a referral status and includes any time dedicated to the evaluation process, including write-ups, meetings, phone calls, emails. All billing pertaining to the evaluation goes in this category, and also includes the actual IEP meeting um, to add service to the student. And so, as far as time for the evaluation, ideally, on average, it can be somewhere between 120 to 210 minutes. The billing, again, for the testing, the write-up, the goal development, the IEP write-up, the meeting itself, it depends on the student and the evaluation, but that is about the average time. And so back to this page here, once you are ready to enter your billing, you want to locate the school that you're going to be entering the billing under. And when you click on that school, we're going to use Exton Elementary, you will see the opportunity to bill non-student time to this school. And this may be a fire drill, this might be covering lunch, this might be things of that nature. Students who have a referral status, you cannot bill them in group time. And so the first student we're going to put example billing in for is Joseph Adario, and we're going to put sample screen billing in. And let's say on Monday we wanted to enter our billing, do the screen and enter our billing, but Joseph was absent. Here you see, once you go to the day and click on the 0, you see the 3 categories we discussed, and you also see the opportunity to mark a student absent or unavailable. Marking them absent, you will see an A. Marking them unavailable, you will see a U. And so say we wanted to do our screen on Monday, but Joseph was absent. You would simply click absent, and now you see the A. And on Tuesday, we rescheduled it for Tuesday, but Joseph, still not feeling well, was still absent. And so we rescheduled it for the following week. And we moved down to our next student, which is Johan Bach, and he also attends Exton Elementary. And on the sample billing we're going to do for him is for intervention. And so, because he is receiving the short-term services and supports that are going to be provided after the screen that he had. And so we would click intervention, and here's where you would enter in the time. It's entered into minutes. The system automatically converts it to hours, and we're just going to enter 40 minutes here and click OK. And we're going to move on to our next student, who we're going to call John Joey Buffington. And on Tuesday, we started an evaluation. We had an IEP meeting for Joey. And so clicking on the 0 under Tuesday on his name, you're going to click evaluation. And the IEP meeting was 60 minutes. Here you can put a note, evaluation, IEP meeting, and click OK. You'll notice that you did not have to add a note for the intervention or screen billing you entered, and that's because it doesn't require a note. And you do have the option to put a note for the evaluation time, which is nice because on this day you can indicate that it was for the IEP meeting. And by the way, clicking on the minutes that you've entered, if you hover over it, it will show you the note that you've entered. And so the IEP meeting was on this Tuesday, and on Friday I completed the write-up and all the loose ends for the IEP meeting, and that took me 45 minutes. And I'm just going to put here IEP write-up and phone call to parent to discuss IEP meeting and click OK, because again, all billing pertaining to the evaluation goes in the evaluation category. What you can see now under the student's name is the type of billing I've entered, the amount of time I've entered, and I don't have any more billing to enter for this week. You can click on the school, which collapses it, but still allows you to see the time. If you had billing for another school in this week, you would simply go to that school, click on the school. You can see all of the students that you have assigned to that school, and follow the same process. I am finished for this week. What I'm going to do is click this arrow and go to the next week, because on this week was when I scheduled the billing that I needed to do for my student Joseph, who we marked absent. And on Tuesday of this week was when I did my screen. So I'm going to click screen. I'm going to hit 60 minutes, enter 60 minutes, and click OK. Again, I do not have the option to enter a note because a note is not required. And basically, this is the process that you would use to enter your diagnostic billing for students on your caseload with the status of referral. By clicking on the school, you would then click on the student's name, go to the day of the week, click the 0, enter the time, a note if it applies. Again, clicking the school collapses all of that information, but allows you to still see the total of the time that you've entered. If you go to the top, you can see that I entered Tuesday on that day. If you go back to the previous week, you can see the days that I've entered the billing on. And here I am finished, so I can click return to timesheets. And let's say I want to review my entire timesheet and I'm not on a mobile device, because again, if you are on a mobile device, you will not have the option to click review and submit. I have, say we're at the end of the month, I've entered all of the billing for the month, and now I need to submit my timesheet. All of the students here are because I'm primary for these students, but I did not enter billing for them this month. The system wants me to account for those students. And basically, you would just click it's still on caseload for all of the students who you just didn't have billing for that month. And or you have the opportunity to discharge that student by clicking is discharged as of and enter the discharge date. To review all of the billing that I've entered, if you scroll down, you can see my billing on the 2nd for my 3 students. You can see where I marked Joseph absent. You can see my note for my evaluation billing. You can see my intervention billing. And then if you go to the next day, you can see that I marked, we have a student marked absent. And in the next week is where we can see my billing for Joey, or Friday of that week. And then the following week, you can see where I added the billing for Joseph under screen. Once I know my timesheet is correct, I've accounted for all my students. If I was ready to submit the timesheet, this would not be grayed out and I would be able to click submit timesheet. If there was any other work I needed to do for my caseloads, I could click caseload and enter that, or simply click home or log out. I would like to thank you for your time, and I wish you the best of luck.